Hello ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining. Today we are trying to get the Halloween stuff done. Now, I think this is going to be a bit of a struggle, but we're going to see. We need to do one job to Brackenreach and one job back. However, what I've done first is I've grabbed us a job that is going to take us to Bordeaux. So, it's not a long job, but we also have, as well as the Brackenreach jobs, to actually get some normal ones done as well. So, trying to find short ones that we can do, rather than super long. So Bordeaux seemed to be the right sort of length. And, try not to mount the curb, we are going in here to BHV. So, in we pop. Now, because it is a World of Jobs contract, of course, the trailer is already ready for us. Fantastic. Whoa, that was a little bit heavy. Almost crashed into the boxes. Yes, so we did get quite a few jobs done in the live stream, including two jobs to Brackenreach and back from Brackenreach. What that means is that with those jobs done, we are in a much better situation to get this whole event finished. And we don't have to get everything finished. Oosh! We don't have to get everything finished by the end of Halloween. I really wanted to, just so that we're not going on past Halloween. But we may have to continue a little bit. Now, in terms of timing, this is, at the moment, a 15-minute job, but we do know that Truckee likes to update himself part way along. Rest time, 6 hours 29, so we can drive through the night. Yes, we'll drive through the night, and we will be arriving... No, we'll be arriving at about 3 o'clock in the morning, he says. But there are things like tolls and stuff like that as well. Well, what are you doing, buddy? Yes, I know there's a tramway. Okay, off here. Now, I did say last time that we might end up doing a fair bit of this in time-lapse so that we can try and get as many of these jobs done as possible. I'm not sure yet how much we're going to time-lapse. There's also the possibility of jump cutting, but I'm not a big fan of jump cutting in ETS2. However, this job is a through the night type job. So do we really want to be driving through the night with nothing to see? Probably not. So maybe there will be a bit of a jump cut. Oh, and of course the cat. The cat has decided to come to the front door right now. That is frustrating. My cats have got no sense of recording. So, let me go and get the cat. Well, that's not sorted because the cat's decided to be naughty and not come in. They have this really bad habit. They wait until I start recording and then decide that they either need something or they want to come in from outside. It's rather annoying. Anyway, Truckee has not yet updated, so it does say 14 minutes. But, as I said, in fact we can go to the menu. We need to do 7 jobs. 2 of those will be in next episode. It'll be the to and from Brackenreach. So, 2 jobs gone, that's 10. We need to do 5 jobs today. Maybe we can do 1 next time. So 4 jobs today. This is a tough ask. I think there's going to be a lot of time-lapsing and jump cuts. Otherwise this will turn into an unbearably long episode. And I just don't have the time this week to do it as a live stream. So I think, as it's dark, and there's not really anything to see, I will skip forward in this job until we are closer to the end, because then we'll sleep and we'll be doing it in the daytime after that. So yes, I will skip forward a bit and I'll see you closer to the delivery. We've got about 2 minutes to go. We do annoyingly have another toll. This is the problem with France. Tolls constantly, but I am going to take the expressway. Because I thought the truck would not fit under that, but it does. I tried it before. I did keep the recording going the whole time, just in case something bad happened. But actually, nothing bad did happen. Luckily. So yes, 2 minutes and about 20 miles left to go. Why are you shifting lanes? Turns out we want to be shifting lanes as well, but I wasn't given a warning by the GPS about that. Annoyingly. We move heavy things. Good for you. I'm not going to be able to overtake him, so I may as well just stop being as close to him. I can see our turning is coming up. Better to not tailgate. Well, it's not really tailgating, is it? What would be the term? I know one term, but I'm not going to say it because it's not PG. So I need to tuck in behind you, buddy. I can get rid of that mirror as well. I was doing that just for my own convenience. Oh, what are you doing? Okay, it's a tight turn, but I don't think you had to go down to that speed. Thank you. And yeah, once we have arrived in Bordeaux, delivered, we will... Oops. Speeding? What? What's the speed limit? Oh, 19. Ah, it's not 30. Ah, fiddlesticks. I thought it was 30. But it was 30 in... No way, it wasn't red. Don't like that guy. 2 fines in quick succession. That's not cool. Yeah, we'll find somewhere to park up and have a rest once we've delivered this. And of course one of my cats comes to the door while I'm doing the speaking section of the recording. They couldn't come while I was driving, could they? That would, that would make my life easier if they just did that. But no, they waited until the end. There's a lot of roundabouts in the French DLC, I have to say. Okay. Huillon. I'm thinking that's silent T. It's one of those words I struggle to say in French. It's oil. Huile. But it just comes out like me sounding like an idiot. Which is most stuff in French, actually. But this is our entrance by the looks of it. So, let's get the barriers open, please. So, Where do you need it is there. We're going to do this for this one, I think. For the next one, we will probably just do a play it safe. Now, this is very, very tight, this yard. But we're actually doing okay. Don't think we've got it, but we don't have to get it first time. We just have to be a little straighter than we were. There we go. There we go. So parking brake on. And there we go, that's another Halloween job delivered. So I am now going to go and find the closest rest point. We're going to rest and then we're going to pick up the next job. What lovely weather. We are rested. So let's see where the next job is going to be to. So from Bordeaux we've got, that's long, that's pretty long, that's long. Nice, that's fairly long. Roscoff, that's not so bad. Ooh, that's alright, 305. Montpellier, 329. La Rochelle, that is nice and quick. Oh, that is nice and quick. There's two of them. Why? One to La Rochelle, one to La Rochelle. Two different places in La Rochelle. Well, we'll take the highest one, obviously. Where are you going to make me go and pick this up from? That's the next question. So. Oh, we need to build up the air pressure by the looks of it. Which one's air pressure? It's one of these. No, it's not, is it? I have to change that one. Right. There we go. Use a bit of fuel, but we get the pressure up. Right. So, into gear, parking brake off. Let's go and pick up this job. It looks like it's actually close, because I'm being told by Truckee it's only 1 minute away. It was actually a full in-game hour to get here in the first place. Turned out that our delivery location for the last job was not that close to Bordeaux, it was right outside. I've got a sneaking suspicion we are going to end up staying predominantly in France for this episode. That was not exactly how you're supposed to do that, but whatever. We did it. We did it. It's done. So we'll trundle along, grab this job. We're doing well financially because of doing all these jobs for this episode, for this event. They are all paying much more than I'd normally be paid. Wow, okay. I couldn't tell if the sound of the aircraft was in the game or outside, but it's actually outside. It's pretty noisy, I have to say. Oh, it's 50 and I'm trundling along like an idiot. did wonder why it was still 30 in this area. Oh. That was interesting. I'd left the cruise control on. Well, I have to say my car does that as well. So. Oh. Oh, yoy. Oh, it's one of these places. It's a shame, actually, that we are doing the event, because these places are always fantastic jobs. And look at this. We're going to have a look here, because I don't do much exploring in France. This is such a proper old French farm. My goodness, I love it. It's so cool. Right, let's get the trailer. And we do need a screenshot, so I think we will do one here probably. We just connect up. Yes, let's grab a screenshot. Alright, let's get on our way. So, 13 minutes, and this is going to end up being done as time-lapse. Oh, an e-carry trailer. Yeah, this will end up being done in time-lapse for a lot of it, because this is job number 2. And we've still got 2 more to get done today. This is actually quite a big job for me in terms of recording. Wait, editing it won't be too bad because I'm just cutting chunks out of it really, but it's gonna take probably 2 hours to record, which means I might not actually be on time with video release today, which would be annoying. I would as well like to record the episode for Friday straight after, but I think that's going to have to hold off. Let's get this started at least. It would be nice in game if we could actually see the weather forecast. That would be quite cool. Someone might tell me it's already there and I'm just missing it, but yeah, I think that would be quite nice. But I think that isn't how the weather works in ETS2. Whoa. Yeah, the weather is a chance of rain, not... it's a probability. So you don't get to really pick... You don't know what the weather's going to be like in, you know, a few hours when you're driving through whatever town. Plus, in-game time doesn't work in the same way, so it would be a bit tricky, I suppose. It's not like something... Yeah, it's not something like Flight Sim where you know exactly where you're going to be at a certain time, or Farm Sim. It tells you the weather forecast, and then you control how... You know, you control the game speed, you control how quickly you get to that time. So, it does have difficulties. There was a hotel there. I did notice that on the map. It's just that I purposely chose the dealership so that we could unlock the dealership. That's the only reason. Here, I think we need to go to this lane. And of course, staying in France means more tolls. Excellent! The weather is so miserable. It's not really the weather for an outside view, but we're going to have to do one. We've got 336 miles worth of fuel left. So we do have enough for now. We're not going to have enough forever. So the clicking sound was just me turning the retarder on and off. Okie dokie. Let's put the foot down. And we move across. And now we've got 11 minutes, so let's carry on with a time lapse. Again, an uneventful drive. Nothing special happening. No crazy shenanigans, no detours, knock on wood. Just a normal drive. I'm surprised by how this is going. Yes, I'm very surprised. I did think this would end up turning into a 1-hour video, even including time lapses and jump cuts, but so far it's looking like we're going to be okay. So we're not heading to La Rochelle Centre, because that was just off to the side there. We are heading straight on. We're running out of fuel. It says we've got 187 miles worth. We will need to refuel though, but I think we can do it after we pick up the next load. There's no need to rush to find a petrol station when you've got 184 miles worth of fuel. Even if that bar is a bit low. We are coming off here. Now, we are not close to La Rochelle, I don't think. So we may have quite a long journey to come and pick up the next load. But we'll find out. That was a little faster than it should have been. I was trying my very hardest to not have to touch the brakes at all. But I should have done. Actually, there's a petrol pump in La Rochelle. That's excellent news. There's also a port. Is that a port? No. That's a recruitment agency. Okay. We're going too fast. Just because we're going downhill. There we go. That's better. And we are not taking the right here. We're taking the right just after the lights. This one. Lisette Logistics. That was half French, half not. It just sounded terrible. So, as I said last time, this one is going to be a play it safe. Home. Let's play it safe. Of course, it's the way that I'm not facing. So, in we come, nice and gentle. I may have to go a bit far forward and straighten up, but we'll see. No, we don't have to. Perfect. Parking brake on. Detach. And there we go. That's going to be 13,000. Great stuff. Now, we might use a job from that company. We might not. We're crazy like that. So, St. Petersburg. Hells no. 150,000. Those jobs are great, but they're just too far. Madrid, no. Valencia, no. Zadar, no. Leida, no. Sassari, no. Gijon, Burgos, Montpellier. Golfec. Bordeaux again. Brackenreach, no, we want to avoid Brackenreach. Brackenreach is next episode. Brackenreach again. And yes. So, where was that one to Golfec? That'll be the one we take. 20,000. 279 miles. That's not bad. And where do we have to go? Oh, it's here. It is here. That is even better news. So, it should be, yeah, this one. Okie dokie. So, before we get going, needed to do something, but it's all sorted now. So we do want to get some fuel. I think that would make sense. Unless there is fuel on the way close. 6 hours, really? It's a 20-minute job. It's 280 miles. It's longer than some of the other jobs we've done. Okay. Let's have a quick look before we go anywhere. And we can see... Oh, so close to the gate there. We'll have a quick look on the map and see where the first fuel station is. So, first fuel station is, really? That's quite a long way. It's here. 104 miles. No, that's cutting it too fine. So in that case, we are going to fill up before we leave La Rochelle. Which means we have to turn right by here. And right again. Okie dokie. So, Parking brake on. Engine off. Refuel. So glad fueling of trucks does not take real time in ETS2. So, parking brake off. Are my lights off? They were. They're not now. Now they're on. So. I cannot really see. It looks okay. So, 20 minutes. 20 minutes. It is going to get dark, so I think what I'll do is we'll carry on driving like normal for now. Get ourselves onto the motorway especially. May do a little bit of a time lapse, but I will probably skip out some of the nighttime driving before we get close to our destination, which I've never heard of this place before, Golfec. There's a lot of places in France I haven't heard of, but it must be a big enough place that ETS2 add it into the map. But no clue. Never ever heard of it. Come on. Is this trailer heavier? No, it's 24 tons again. They've all standardised trailers weights, which is good. Not good if you've just started your ETS2 career, though, and you find that every job requires 24 tons and you've only got some tiny little truck that you've just bought. You've saved all your money and taken out a loan, can't pull much, and then the event requires 24 tons. That would be quite disappointing, I have to say. Whoa! Did not see him. That was one of those occasions where I was looking out the mirror, but wasn't really paying attention. So we need to rest. Ooh, we need to rest as soon as we get there. I may stop near to our destination and rest. 5 hours 46. Yeah, we're going to be pushing it very close. There would need to be a sleeping spot right next to where we're finishing. Oh no, there is not. We're finishing right out in the sticks. In fact, Golf Tech is just a tiny, tiny little area. So, we want to make efficient use of our rest time, so we'll stop there. Because this is a World of Trucks job, we don't actually have a delivery time. If you go here, the time is 14 hours and 4, but that's real time, not game time. So we can afford to take a break. We are going to lose, by the looks of it, about 1 hour and 20 of our driving time by stopping where we're going to stop. But it's either that or we get a fine because we would deliver. Oh, we're going to have to take a job from Golf Tech as well. Golfec, sorry. Because there's nothing else around it. So whatever jobs they've got, we're going to have to take them. That's a little bit annoying, I must say. Wasn't really what I was thinking of doing. Takes away a lot of our choices. But anyway, I'm rambling, and yes, we've got 17 minutes of driving to do. So let's go back to another time lapse, and you can see a bit of dusk driving. It is starting to get dark, so I think I will now cut, and I will reappear when I'm closer, well, after I have got to the sleeping spot and rested for the night. I think that'll work well, because we've still got one job that I really, really would like to do today, so that we are all set up perfectly for Friday. However, I am running out of time. I am very much running out of real time. So let's see. For now, see you when I am finished resting. It's raining again. I am loving how much money the drivers are bringing in. It is, you know, they're not bringing in thousands, but it's a decent amount, I have to say. So, off we go. And Truckee has vanished from view because I had to do something, so I have no idea how long this is actually going to take. Probably about 3 minutes, 3 or 4 minutes. But we are almost there. This will be job 3. I am really pleased with how this is going. I was so worried that this was going to be a complete bust and I was going to end up having to do Halloween videos after Halloween, which I don't want to do. I know I can, but I don't want to. So, let's get moving. $9.20. Hopefully we should be able to do the last job in complete daylight as well. That would be excellent. I would be very happy if we can do that. Well, I say complete daylight. It's raining, but it is daylight. And we are coming off up here. Yes, because Golfek was in the middle of nowhere, wasn't it? So we have to take some small roads to get there. No, we need brakes this time. Retarder is not going to do it. Got a toll road coming up, of course. Because what would France be without toll roads? But I am speeding, and I don't want to be speeding. I've already been fined twice, that's enough. Okay. Let's slow ourselves down. Toll of 31. Lovely. Now, I do find that the tolls in France, maybe it's because I'm doing more of them than other places, but I do find the tolls in France, the drivers have a bad habit when they merge lanes, I think. It's the AI. Right, slow down, slow down. But one thing I really want, and I don't know why it's not coming up, maybe I'm not high enough level to unlock it. The new trucks, DAF have got them, and I think DAF have got them, and some other companies as well. The trucks which have the electronic wing mirrors, I thought they had been added to the game. Which, if they have been added to the game, I'm just not seeing them, I guess. Or maybe it's an option that I have to purchase. I will have to do some research after, because I really want to try that. I would really love to try that electric DAF truck. But I don't know if it's out yet, or it's going to be coming out, or what. And I did also see SCS are going a little bit nuts at the moment. There are 3 DLCs, all in progress at the same time. So there is the Nordic Horizons, the Iceland one, which I can't remember what it's called. Or is that part of Nordic Horizons? I'm not sure. And now there is the Isle of Ireland, which also looks super cool. That would really suit this series very well as well, because we can cover the UK and also Ireland. So that would be really good. But there's... it says... Oh no, it doesn't say a date yet. I'm just reading the announcement. There's no date in there. So, don't know yet. I did say the plan would be to go to Iceland and explore Iceland. I've got a feeling it will be Iceland will come out before Ireland, and we will have to try and explore all of Iceland before the Irish one comes out, and then we'll do that one. Look at this, a nuclear reactor. Wait. Too fast. Don't see nuclear reactors very often. We are delivering to a nuclear reactor. This is actually one of the Steam achievements for the Vive la France DLC, is to deliver to nuclear power plants. So that also explains why Golfek is in the middle of nowhere. It could also mean that Golfek has no jobs to take, and it's only a drop-off point. I hope not. In fact, I think this deserves a screenshot. Funny thing is, we're delivering Halloween treats to the nuclear power plant. Not the kind of thing you normally do, but clearly they're very interested in Halloween treats. Maybe it's for all of the hybrid monsters they've created. That's a joke. Nuclear power plants do not create monsters or mutants. So, Nucleon. Let's get into here. So they do actually have some stuff leaving. In fact, I'm just going to screenshot mode. We can have a look properly. They have their own branded stuff. Interesting. Right, let's play it safe, yes. We will do a proper parking on the last job. But for now, we're just trying to be a little bit swift. There we go. No, I said there we go, and then overran. Okay, now we're good. Parking brake on, unlock, and there we go. More money, more money, more money! And we've almost hit the next level. So, current company job offers. They are offering Halloween treats. That's good news. Right, no. La Rochelle. I don't want to go back to La Rochelle if I can avoid it. Bordeaux. Brackenridge. I didn't want to do Brackenridge today. But do I really want to drive back to... Oh, I suppose we came from La Rochelle, didn't we? So we could go back to Bordeaux. Yeah, okay. Nucleon is offering a lot of weird stuff. Yeah, let's go to Bordeaux. Does mean we're going to Bordeaux twice in the same episode. Yeah, parking brake. And right gear. Okay. Okay. Let's get ourselves lined up properly. Alright. Just had to close my door, which is why there was a creaking noise. So, before we get going properly... There we go. 11 minutes. 11 minutes. Question is, out of this 11 minutes, how much do I want to show on camera? We've done 2 time lapses, plus a bit of a jump cut. I think what I'll do is I will jump cut the middle bit of this. Because we don't need more time lapses. We've had enough of them. I promise I'm not hiding people inside. I haven't taken the mutants with me. Let me out. So yeah, let's get out of Golfegg. Back onto the motorway. And with this money, we can now look at buying a truck and hiring a worker in the UK. I do still need to spend about, it'll be about 15,000 for me to change the paint job back. But I need to have a look at what paint jobs I've got. It turns out I've got a lot, and I don't know how, but when I put the paint job on here, it felt like there weren't very many, or maybe I was just scrolling through far too quickly. But yeah, we need to put a paint job back on. We're not going to leave the Halloween one on. I do have Christmas paint jobs from the Christmas DLC, so we can put that on later. We have also unlocked some Halloween stuff for the truck. So I think for the last episode, I will, in between this and the next episode, I will maybe go and reconfigure the truck just to put some little Halloween stuff inside. I think it's like a Halloween dangle, a thing for the dashboard, stuff like that. The rain has stopped, so let's get those finished. Alright. Come on. And the good news is we have plenty of time before we need to sleep again. We can even do the next episode in the daylight for a bit. My hope would be that we'll have to see what kind of jobs are available. My hope would be we do the final job we need to do, then we do Breckenridge, then we do Breckenridge back. But it could be, if there's no Breckenridge jobs, that we end up doing if there's no... maybe it's safer to just start with the Breckenridge job. Well, no! I cannot believe it. Tow to service. It'll take me to Toulouse. Oh, disaster. So the first thing to check is... wait. What happened to our job? The job got cancelled. Ooh, that's not cool. Right. That's too long, too long, too long. Long. Lyon. Marseille. 292. Toulouse to Limoges. That'll do. Right. We'll begin that, but first of all we need to repair the truck. I can't believe that. So. The truck is damaged. I know the truck is damaged. Right, after a lot of messing around. So, repair all. 51,000. I was talking about us buying a new truck. Flipping heck. Let's now get some air pressure. Alright, now that we have air pressure, we can get going. Only problem is my cat has decided to come and sit on my lap right now. No, I don't want to park. I just want to go and pick up this job, thank you. After that disaster. Oh look, and we discovered the truck dealership after being in there. So, Sand Builders? Is that where we're going? No, Trudeau. Here. And basically, once we pick this up, then I will end up jump cutting to us actually getting the job done. Now, where's my trailer? Here. Let's park up and get ourselves attached. Whoa, I'm really off center. This is because the cat is sitting on my lap, causing me to use my... I'm not using my hands like normal. Okay, amazingly, that connected. Right, 3 hours forward. This is a 10-minute job. I will see you when we're close to the finish line. 2 minutes to go on the 4th job, technically the 5th because the other one got cancelled out of my stupidity and bad driving. But the 4th job, this will leave us with 3 jobs next episode. That is perfect. As soon as I have rendered and uploaded this one, I will be straight onto that episode, so that I can make sure that one at least is on time, because this one I'm certain will not be. Once again, I have left the recording until the day, and it's almost 4:30. This video will take 30 minutes probably to render, 35, and then an hour and a half to upload. And during that upload time, I can record the next one. But it's my own stupidity. I should have got this done earlier, but I didn't. So now this episode will be late. I was doing so well with buffers. I have had 10 days with my partner away, which means I should have been able to build up a buffer, and instead I have not used it wisely at all. No. So I'm now going to have to go into a bit of a recording binge this weekend, I think, when she's back. So she'll be really happy about that. Anyway, we are here. Almost. Let's just get up here. Trying to be gentle, not use up too much brake. Brake pads, though, they don't cost much in-game. In fact, I think it just comes under transmission. Not even sure brakes are a separate thing. It would be nice if they were, so that we would, doing better braking or better speed management using retarders and engine brakes and things actually did save you a substantial amount of money. Almost like fuel, brake pads would need to be changed every, I don't know, 10,000 miles? I don't know what seems realistic. Nope, not there, not there. Here. Yeah, and then maybe you don't need to change them if you drive a little bit more smoothly, which I do not always do. So I think we can go around this building. I think this is actually not a particularly difficult parking job, but let's not speak too soon. No, it's actually not. That's great news. So, let's get the window down. We can do this one outside. Ooh, that is not great. There we go. In, window up, parking brake on, detach. There we go. So, 4 jobs done. And we hit a new level. So, eco or high value? We're going to go eco again, because it just saves us more fuel. And that is it. So, 3 jobs left to do. After that, we have completed the event. This is great news. Thank you very, very much for bearing with me. And I will see you again very soon for the final episode of the Halloween event. And then we'll go back to normal. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye, everyone.